Sir, I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir. Moving on.
Yeah.
So this is the software you are using, sir, for SCADA.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's one of the best SCADA in the world.
It's open source. There's a link you are given is for this software.
It's not open source, sir. It's an proprietary only. We have to buy only, but the cost has been reduced. Now it's around 65 to 75,000 only. It's an affordable for academic also
Okay.
for limited access.
You have given one link that is, sir?
Yes, sir. It can work for hours continuously for real time also. So there is sufficient for in academic. So you not to buy even buy.
Okay, okay.
But if you want a license, you have to pay.
It support all the facilities
It's
as
it can able to connect any kind of controllers with having some communication port like RS-232, RS-485,
oh, okay.
Ethernet.
Very nice.
World. Compared to Rockwell Siemens,
Ah,
I have worked in all the most of the SCADAs.
okay.
So even if you take Fisher Mounts, there is an there Honeywell is there. There are different, but this SCADA is useful for any kind of engineering background.
Okay, right. Very good.
Even mechanical people, they use this software for developing the lab experiments.
Oh, very nice.
User friendly, very user friendly, like our Windows and user friendly. And you not to worry about much programming, like writing, scripting, and all. It
Ah,
required for any SCADA, but this SCADA platform provides you an user friendly without writing codings.
okay, okay.
So that's what this SCADA has been more successful more than 30 years.
So then it will be very useful for student. They can easily understand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The students, if you know this SCADA,
Ah,
job is open to any students. If you they know in through internship or they're doing in laboratory exercise, if we know the basics how to develop screen and all, they will get job surely within 6 months, 1 or 2, 3 months they will get in the markets. Because most of the process industry and the automation industry they're using SCADA still.
okay, okay.
So it's a mandatory now for any operator need to be know about the process status.
Hmm.
So that is what the it's in mostly the 6 countries. Germans are using, Italians are using, even Chinese are using.
Okay, okay.
So if you seen the flags of the different languages are available
Ah,
already. These 6 countries are most popularly using.
okay.
You can choose the language also. Even it will if you develop in English, it will convert into Chinese also.
Oh, okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So So, dear participants, which I am going to share you, which I learned in my during my industry as well as I am just participating in our industrial automation laboratory, which we are teaching for the undergraduate students and electronics and instrumentation also using this software platform. One of the most core part of the syllabus is PLC, SCADA, DCS subjects. They are using this software for demonstration purpose for the better understanding of the teaching learning process. So with this small note, let me get into this straight away the demo part and let me tell you the environmental part, how it need to be, you can develop a simple exercise for like in your laboratory for motor control or a simple exercise like controlling the temperature, pressure level flow, how we can do, we can simulate certain level. If possible, I will try to connect the PLC or certain extent so have you seen this movie Kevin 11.4? What we are using is 11.4. I have shared the link to you. This is an earlier version, 2019 version. So which I have the license key. So this SCADA is having the monitoring, vision, and control with respect to data acquisition part. Okay, one of the most popular SCADA in the world which can able to if you seen the country which you are using Mostly the most of the lead in the countries are using this one. It's company called Progia. So Progia is having different software tools for industrial automation purpose. One of the tool is this Movicon SCADA software, which makes your supervisor nearest to the reality. That's what their objective. So if you seen this, have you seen in the first session? We can use this for different verticals. Okay, so SCADA is in a mid-level layer for the industrial SCADA plays a very crucial role connecting the lower level devices controllers like PLC, PACs as well as the field level devices, sensors and actuator, collect the information, process it optimally and present the data to their upper level management people like project managers and all, like through ERP systems and management execution system as well as enterprise resource planning. So based on this, they cannot process directly the PLC raw data like on and off data, on off data, numerical data and analog data. They cannot understand this to the higher people. So they need an information, a collected information from the plant operation with a meaningful report formats like what is the of the plant, how this been error is coming and alarms and failures are happening in the plant for 24 hours. Like this, they need to be in a productive information rather than the discrete information. So discrete information comes from the PLCs, but we have to consolidate all the information in graphical user interfaces through data acquisition support. This SCADA will give you an one. So this demo section will give you what are the industries verticals and apart from your laboratory academic level, what are the different engineering verticals like mechanical, robotics, electrical, ECE, even food sciences, food technologies. Some of the demos which I'm going to show you, demonstrate to you, definitely will give you some good insights about your understanding about this particular software. Okay. So if you take in process industry related, if you take petrochemical, if you take petrochemical industries, so if you take this kind of an environmental will be there normally. Okay. So what you are seeing in the information about the once the process has been get started. Okay, so how this graphically animation take place. Okay, so what is that the input level is varying and the trend is given graphed in. You can change some parameter value over here and you can give some certain input. Certain values are being given. For example, if I enter in certain values, set point value, how this set point value is achievable with respect to that current value is going on, we can able to monitor easily. And you can see this informations with the gauges. All things are you can see as such real time. The plant is running with respect to the condition of the sensors and actuators is working on. Okay, and more thing is about the what I told you about the trending part is very important. Why the students has been asked to force to draw this table format to graph chart is all about this information. Okay, so if you take this plotting information come from your PLC, you can able to witness one. If I take put this analyze button, I can able to track this analyze what are the things has been up and downs has been done for the particular date and time. For example, 19 to 2008 to present date. What are the changes is happening with respect to all date? Even for minute, I can able to check. You can I can check with the month data, day data, hour data, minute data. Like this, I can able to see this analyze. Okay, so I can see this what are the things are happening in the particular day, hour, month, and I can able to data of the trend with respect to will always gives you a data analytics part. Okay, which can able to provide an all the information collected from the numerical data from the PLC. You can able to plot it over here. Okay, so that is the power of trend. Okay. And similarly, like alarm, I told you know about alarm. So the all the alarms which has been listed is nothing but what are the alarms is being run through that particular one. For example, this plant is having certain alarms in particular set point level is being excited or something getting failed for the one. Okay, so if I want to do in manual operation automatic, something is went down wrong in automatic operation. I want to list these alarms. Okay, sometimes we call as a group of alarms. We call as an machinery alarms. Okay, we can mention certain sensors alarms, energy alarms, domestic alarms, travel alarms, or all alarms can be listed over here. Something is failed. Alarm text you can nothing but the particular alarm. What is that alarm meaning? Name. It is digital or analog alarms. We can to level and all, and which date alarms get started, and which is the alarm stop and get started. What is the entire duration? In how many times, how many long it has been alarms is rising. What is the priority level? It's like a zero level, a one level, two level, three level, high level priority you can give, and I can get this kind of an toggle sounds. Once this toggle sound reaches the operator will acknowledge accordingly the particular failure is getting happening in the particular unit, and they can able to acknowledge all. Acknowledge all is nothing but I am attended this particular fault and I am troubleshooted like this. Everything is be recorded in the background, and I can generate and report over like this. And I can generate a report and I can send it to my one. Okay. So these are all the few futures with likes to like in a chemical process, like food and beverage industries. Like if you start with this kind of parameters, like in in dairy industry or food industry, food beverages industry. So where they will treat the process with certain degree temperature and pH value need to be monitored. These kind of things we can able to generate, create an kind of an excellent graphical user interface to the operator. What is the current status of the process getting? You can do. Okay, like this we can set the different parameter for the different ingredients of the product, and you can give activation for the particular product. The parameter will be set in one single stroke. So like that, it's having the enormous values, enormous futures are there in SCADA. If you take similarly in when trending is possible with respect to one, and these kind of demos are available. These kind of things you can do. Incinerator, like an boiler. If you take an thermal power plant or other power plants, where you need to monitor the smoke emission norms, okay, and the temperature and how many carbon monoxide has been get penetrated. What is the combustion efficiency of the my furnaces need to be monitored with respect to that percentage of CO and your input levels. You can able to what are the feeds levels are getting into my chambers and all you can monitor, and the temperature graphs, all the things we can able to monitor in a single, like in one unit you can monitor like this. There will be multiple furnaces will be there in thermal power plant. So by say, single monitoring you can able to do the analysis, and also what is the SO2 levels, and you can analyze this smoke emission and their parameter NOx and all. SO2 level you can monitor, and the CO2 level in the environment, whether all the things will be recorded in. It's a mandatory in environmental pollution department is emphasizing wherever there is a boiler and furnace, you have to record the data in through data logger, and you have to, it should be openable and accessible in most of the Sipcard industries. It should be openly available in the website also. So like this you can do in process related control plans. Like this you can generate for or in the manufacturing sector. The SCADA is, it can be used in your like this CNC operating area and production areas where the machines are being monitored, whether the machine is been ideal or it been in test condition or in working condition. And you can click this particular one and particular machine, and you can able to see what is that things are happening with respect to, you can vary the set point level, and you can able to as the set parameter changes, you can able to change the sequence of operation, whether it's manual to automatic. Okay, and what are the alarms is getting happening in the particular machine you can monitor. Like this, the plenty of informations by single mouse click, you can able to program it and you can leave to the production management system. Similarly, the most important thing is in the production companies are about the data of productions. Okay, and the data production by this clicking this one. Okay, you can able to analyze my data, the performance, what are the downtime, mean time to repair, mean time to between failures. Those things informations are been collected. Okay, so meaningful information has been programmed in proper way. Okay, so and you can give some set values and what is the normal capacity. It's like this. You can give some set points. We reached the target or not. You can give some set value and for the particular day, how the protection is get reached or not by the performance of online. You can give. Okay, similarly, the alarm statistics also you can give in a report format. You can get from Pradeep sir. Okay, so like this, the production data, so line dashboard data can be possibly you can connect, but it required lot of programming in your SCADA software. Similarly, if you take alarm statistics, okay, so these statistics reports uh, can be in terms of report you can able to pass it out. Okay, on particular time and interval you can generate a report and you can share to your like this, the production analysis of overall effectiveness of the department, performance of the particular plant, what is the downtime, what are the failures is happen for the one shift and all, you can monitor in through this production management system. Like this, recipes are there. For example, if you want to change the particular parameter for the entire machine, so there is a concept is called the recipe. So recipe is nothing but an particular production parameter, particular specification of that particular device or the machine operation. If you change that particular parameter, there are package dimension, printed tag angle, thickness of the carton maximum. So those are the default standard values will be post to the PLC data. Just you can just create a recipe format and just give activate. And if you want delete also, it's possible for the particular one. So there will be in production time to time, there will be a parameter will change. Okay, so the recipes and concept, huge concept, which need not to be conveyed within 1 hour. Recipes and normally used in industries to activate the one stroke data transfer to my instruction to be transferred to multiple machine or single machine. Okay, so these are all the possibilities of in demo and production. Similarly, in robotics, present day, the order of the day, it goes with your every industries are equipped with robots. Suppose if you want to monitor the robot operations, other operations, whether it's been working with a manual mode or, for example, manual mode, you can do the same kind of operation without touching that one. You can create a motion, all kind of motions you can do, create in manual motions. You can interface with the robots. SCADA is gives you an excellent platform where if you want to do an operation within robotics also. Okay. Similarly, if you are getting into the demo facility, we have seen process industries, manufacturing sector. Now we are going to get into this demo facilities like in energy sectors. Most of the people were working in electrical engineers. They, if you see to go to your all the Paladams and other regions, Udumlapete regions, Paladam, if you've seen the most of their windmills have been entirely controlled through these SCADA platforms only. Okay, so this is an platform which gives you your entire monitoring of that windmills power stations with respect to the rotor temperature, coolant temperature of the temperature above the rotor shaft levels, as well as you can see the wind speed with respect to from the sensor. It will collect the information and the rotor speed and wind speed and the wind temperature, how it works. All the things will be generated kilowatts and voltage will be streamed. Similarly, the electrical circuits, switchgear circuits diagrams, what the inverter circuit production working conditions, and what are the kilovolt and generated has been generated. And similarly, how the government is getting generated amount of wind energy, electrical energy is been produced and purchased by the government to the grid station the charts. Okay, so in order to take the records manually, so all the things will be from the power generation. Okay, generated from the power generation to the switch gears and converter to the central ground grid stations. So all informations have been get plotted and information been produced. Right on the top side you can see kilowatt produced, and purchased amount of purchased kilowatt also you can able to see in one stove. So like this, you can able to process monitoring of that particular turbine and electrical circuit diagrams and with respective energy consumption and generation and consumption purchased by the government. Also you can able to record and broadcast from the central grids and private sector grids. Okay, like this, there are plenty of with respect to one. Another one is your you can see. Then another one is called facilities. Like building automation is a major breakthrough in the last 10 years. The big malls and the industries or buildings are get need to be monitored without human intervention. Here, as you seen, if you start processing it, so I will see what are the temperature management systems are working with respect to different locality of that particular building. Normally, building automation is an huge potentials are there where the SCADA has been plays a very important role. So as you see in this SCADA screen, different stairs will be there in the particular building where the different refrigeration systems will work together, or centralized air conditioning systems will be work together like in theaters and malls and huge industries. So need to be monitor the coolant temperature, air conditioning temperature, the population very density area, the temperature need to be monitored properly, and your oxygen level need to be monitored, H2O levels need to be monitored, external temperature, internal temperature condition need to be monitored. According to that, it need to be automatically controlled over the system. Need to be scheduled properly. I told you about the event management. You can schedule this particular time. From Monday to Sunday, you can plan it. You can start time and end time. Okay, so you can plan your holidays of the particular plant, and you can give your start time and end time of the particular one, and you can just add the particular date schedule for the next 2 days. Okay, and you can add this kind of informations in your SCADA's program itself by adding that informations of through scheduling, even management and scheduling is available. So you can plan the entire plant operation, what when should be on, when should be off. In there is no required of human intervention with respect to one. Once the PLC is ready, configured properly, programmed properly, all the things has been one mouse click. You can able to monitor the entire plant information through the SCADA platform is possible. These kind of things is possible. Next vertical is you go to marines. So marine is a major sector. Most of our after 1995, the marines has been used over here is completely with the SCADA platforms are available. Like even a small cruise will be compatible with the SCADA also. Larger cruise and ships and public ships as well as the majorly they are using this kind of an SCADA platform is available for lighting systems as well as the control, fuel level, as well as the navigation, engine room temperatures. So how these things are happening in our one from the captain room, we can able to monitor, and you can see the generator are working and battery levels of that one, and what right engine, left engine working condition. Okay, so all the things will be in different ducts will be there in marines. So the ships will be having different ducts. So in order to go into the particular duct and in order to on this through manual one, so everything you can able to monitor through this kind of functionality and functionality through the SCADA. Okay. So this is done one. So what we have seen in this past 50, half an hour is nothing but you can windmill energies, facilities like building automation, marines. So these are all the different verticals are there. The different differently we can use this SCADA like this one. Even if you see for a F1 race, you can use this kind of an software. You can use this kind of an simulation purpose also is possible with respect to SCADA tool. Okay, so how much like gaming also is possible. Okay, there are different ways you can able to the simulation environment is also available before your real time running. We can able to see this kind of an excellent demo facilities also available. You can just develop your dynamic simulations. Okay, dynamic simulation is nothing but you can make this one for product demo to the client. Okay, so like this you can able to move these values, and for example, and you can make this one to be an animated one like this you can fill. Okay, uh, you can reset the values and you can show the demo to the clients also. Okay, transparency levels you can make like this. You can vary the values and you can make this one in dynamic simulation also. Okay, so you can change the black colors. Once it's running, it can show in the green color, and you can move the value and you can fill these operations. Those things you can demonstrate it without using the real-time real-time say hardwares. Okay, you can simulation also is possible with the SCADA softwares. So this is normally we call as a dynamic simulation, which required before your one. See whatever you see in system information of my laptop. Okay, so my laptop, what are the memory sizes, what are the species with respect to the data logger, what are the data logger, what is the net logs are there, what is the user logged in the particular one, how many times it has been logged in, logged in information. So we can say like this, you can get all kind of an um, informations we can get from your SCADA software itself. Okay, so like this, there are plenty of plenty of features are there with respect to SCADA. So it's up to you to up to the developer the knowledge level. We can deploy this software for different engineering domains. It's not limited to any particular engineering domain. It can used only with respect to the communicating with the controller and converting this grabbed data from the PLCs or lower level controller into a usable output, like providing that analytics from like in production data. All the things can be need to be programmed with a unique role we can develop with the help of the SCADA platform. Okay. So these are the few in domains examples. Uh, Provide your industry and a meaningful automation environment. Application we can bring with help of this SCADA platform to bring your industry within good kind of facility over the human machine interfaces. Okay, so ultimate aim is to provide an good engineering interfaces to the operator and provide the proper data to the higher level people, which can able to which provides your meaningful information without interpretation of manual errors. So SCADA is an excellent platform, which can be able to use this software tool to make that useful output to the end users. Okay, so I have been work for executed many such a projects in government industries as well as like steel authority, steel in Durgapur, and like companies like lead companies like Yoga Goa, ABB, and all. So I have been traveled throughout India, and I executed few important projects in developing in such an use cases application domains. Okay, so this will give you an overall view, understanding how the SCADA will help you to develop in different engineering verticals applications, starting from process engineering, manufacturing, building automations. Okay, like this you can able to develop it. Okay. Now, if you have any specific question, um, I will take it forward. How many of you are having that downloaded the software from your any people who have downloaded this trial version which have been provided to you? Anyone? Because at least if you can, if you are using that one, this software is not completely freeware, but this trial version, if you download it, and that will help you to work better. You can run through that one for an about 2 hours. You can continuously run without any human, without any break. You can run, and you can uh, work for your laboratory as well as you are creating in a projects work. So, okay, so this will help you for developing some good projects for your undergraduation diploma level. It's possible. Only thing is if you have hands-on training, then only it is possible. Simply presenting through this kind of online workshop won't be sufficient. But anyway, if you have the software, if I am working parallelly with you, then this is possible. With a few days of training, we can develop in a good number of projects. Okay. So now I will share my the how my entire the SCADA will be working. Okay. So as you seen the screen, you can see the software tool.
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
So this particular screen, how I have developed is I have installed this Movicon software. Okay, once I install this software, you will get an Movicon 11 icon, the SCADA icon. Once you develop this one, I am just starting from, for your better understanding, I am just started showing how we can able to develop this application. Okay. Afternoon, if possible, certain extent, I will demonstrate with the PLC also. Okay. So this is once you download install this one, like in our Word, MS Word. This is having. I told you about the architectural. Similar thing you will find it in the real time also. The software consists of two important. One is the project explorer, which is nothing but development environmental, and the runtime environmental. This is nothing but client environmental. And the backend is your SCADA servers will be there, which you need to connect it with your data servers and other things. Okay. First, you know to how to start with this one. We have to create an like this new document. You have to click this one. So once it will be like it will pop up within different kind of platforms. Okay, so you can develop this SCADA as you mentioned that even for mobile application also. Okay, so like this, there will be a list of platforms you can get it. Okay, so which one I have developed nothing but Windows 32 platform. Like Windows OS, those who are using Windows 32 is nothing but Win32 is nothing but 32-bit operating system where you are using Windows. Similarly, WinCE embedded systems also is available in market. WinCE platform is available. Web browser, if you want to create an J2SE platforms, I want to create a web application based SCADA. Yes, you can create. I want to create a mobile application environmental SCADA platform. Yes, you can create. Or I want to create a project template empty project. You can create. So these are all the different platforms are available. Which one where you want to create, which application you want to create, you can create. WinCE web platform, for mobile phone based application, smartphone based applications, SCADA is possible. You can go and search in your Google Play Store. If you search that movie icon, okay, you can get this applications. Okay, you can get this movicon web client if there is an available. So if you want to monitor from your mobile phone also is possible. Okay, the first and foremost step is you have to click this Win32 platform. Since I'm using the Windows operating system, I have chosen this Win32 platform. Okay, just click on this open. Okay, once it will ask you about the name of the particular SCADA program. For example, I am going to use the word testing. Okay, so which particular folder you want to create it in? There. Okay, if you have created in a sufficient folder, then you don't need to work. Okay, so for example, you have to creating in a particular folder means. So for example, I have created one folder in my drive. So after creating, okay, so after creating, just I'm opening it. Okay, okay. So I have created. Just a minute. Okay. So once you created like this, I have to give a name. I have created one folder. I'm just giving next. So if you want a password protected means you can give your name and password. So another people won't able to open your project and change your parameter or screen work. So then not required. Some people, if you want to protect your project from your developer, somebody want to delete your project means it will be very highly painful. So you can create a developer password and you can enter it and you can give your user ID password. So nobody can able to open even your project file. Need not to be able to modify anything. Okay, so then you give your next, then you can see application drivers will be there. So give your next and you not to worry about any changes. Okay. So once you created, I have created in the name of testing. So it's created, the SCADA, the project is been created. Okay. So now it has been created, ready to use. Okay. So as you seen in your architectural diagram, okay, where you seen this all the functionalities. Okay, so let me get into that one. I will show you the architectural diagram which I have shared during my presentation. Okay, so this is actually an so this is actually a generic software architecture which I demonstrated during the morning session, first session. So there are you seen the graphical environmental. Okay, so this environmental is nothing but here. This is the environment. Okay, so this is an environment. Okay, so I'm just comparing this architectural diagram. This architectural diagram is compared with your development environment. This testing as the project name which I've created, okay, it consists of different tools. You can see 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 tools are there. If you want to learn the 14 tool, it will take months together, years together. But for your better understanding, for creating a simple application, I'm going to teach you by the afternoon session how we can use this SCADA software teaching your laboratory session with the PLC interfaces. If you have a PLC in your laboratory, which is sufficient, and whatever may be the PLC, whatever may be the brand of PLC, you can download the software from the internet and from through Movie Can Project website, which I already linked shared. Just download this at 600 to 800 MB files, and you can you download it and install the file very simply. And once you are installed this particular, if you run this in SCADA, you will get like this, you will get a screen. And after that you can just file it, open the files and create a new file. After that you give the name for the particular project. If you require a developer user ID passwords, it need to be given, need not to be given. So better leave it for the trial version and give your meaningful name for the particular project, and just start working on this one with respect to this 14. So for the time constraint and the user one, in the online training, I'm limiting myself screen development, user interfaces development, how this environmental need to be brought it. Okay, so that is what will give you some kind of an inputs for the today's second session. Okay, third afternoon session, I will show you some application continuation of application development, and I will show you some case study which I have developed for our laboratory as well as the students case studies. Okay, so first, once you develop this project name, first and foremost thing is we will forget about this. We have different. I told you about this graphical user interface. Okay, these are all the things I told you. Morning I have shown this particular screen, generic software architecture, where you can see that SCADA server, it's having the huge level of data handling, like alarming, logging, archiving, like this. Same thing you can see in your this particular screen. Okay, so I'm just switching between this PPT and this software. This particular consists of alarming, basics programming, scripting, data logging, achieving. That is the backbone of SCADA. Whatever your data, it can be able to store in every millisecond, seconds, and hour together. All the things will be connected over here. And objects listing will be there. Child project, main programs, subprograms you can create. You can create a menu. You can configure the network services. You can create, and real-time DB is the major part in your programming. Okay, so how will you connect the PLCs? How will you connect the, that is a major core part. So how will you connect the PLCs? Then how will you schedule scaling object? Something if you want to make 0 to 1000, how will you scale that particular parameter? Which data is coming from PLC is different and you want to differently handle it. That is also possible. Then screen work, major part of our understanding of this core concept is how we can create an excellent graphical user interface through screen work. And user access and control, like administrator, developer, okay, guest user or operator, engineer, manager, like this you can create an authentication level, and you can create some individual groups over there, and you can give some privilege whether they can able to edit or non-editable, they can able to control the function, they can only simply monitoring, like that we can able to discriminate between these user levels, that is called user and user groups. So like that, there are plenty of tools are there, around 14 tools which you have seen in your left hand side in the resources. Okay, so it is not easily you can do learning wonders in within 3 hours, but few things which it required and minimum input which I would like to share with you. Okay, so left hand side is the project explorer, which you have to say logged icon. Right hand side is nothing but toolboxes where the important files will be there. Toolboxes, just lock it, and you can see all the tools like in your paint. All the shapes will be there. Industrial lights and buttons will be there. Slider gauges will be there, and trends and analyzing data tools are there. Like this, advanced shapes are there like grid shapes, ActiveX controllers, like these advanced properties are there. Then right hand side another one is properties. Each one tool is having that important property. Like this environmental give you an plenty of tool operations are there. If we are in real time, if the session has been handled in real time, then I can able to convince you within one day. I will train you from Schemeworks. Since you have been away from the real time environmental without using PC, it's very difficult for me to train you. But anyhow, I will try my level best to create an one particular screen and how to develop and how to run this particular program in an usable way. Okay, so let me start this hands-on session now. If you are using, if you are downloaded and if you are installed a particular software, just try to run through parallelly along with me, just by seeing my video through mobile phone or through your screen. Just start running this particular software after installation of your in your PC. Okay, so this will be more useful for teaching the students also. Okay, domain in Kongu other institutions, particularly in the SCADA domain with the PLC and the SCADA. So I'm confident that I can teach even online with a good number of input. Once you opened, just open your screen and right click it and add a new screen. Okay, so this will ask you about some screen name. So just give your screen name, like for example, I am giving this name as a training for electrical machine laboratory. uh, so once this I given, this will give you the name underscore lab. So the screen is ready with an dotted lines. So dotted lines will get nothing but a grid lines. So in order to arrange your in a different formats, this is required. Okay, so once you right click on the screen, add a new screen. So once you add the screen, it will ask you about the screen name. Once you given the screen name, meaningful screen name with the title case, so screen will empty. So empty screens will be available and right hand tools will be available. So if you want to add so many symbols, okay, so the symbol libraries also will comes in the picture. Tools is available. Okay, suppose in any basic one, okay, so there will be an title will be there. Okay, for example, any industry there will be an title will be there. what is the what is the meaning of that screen. So for that you need to use this text boxes. Okay, just drag and drop the text boxes. So once you drag and drop the text boxes, you type this particular one. For example, this is an I'm for a academic purpose. I'm just typing that this particular screen is electrical machines lab exercise number 1, which I'm going to develop in SCADA. Experiment number 1. Okay, so this is like this. It will be smaller in size. Just go to the property. Okay, so just go to this property. Like this Word. Normally, when in Word and Excel sheet, we will change the size. Okay, background size and all like this Times New Roman like that. Like that, you can also change that font height like bold and all like Word, and you can change the color if required also. Okay, like this you can change different types of word, and if you can change to attractive color also, like this color also, color of the text also. Okay, you can make it as an from attractive text colors. Okay, so for like this you can now the size of the title is been changed now from small to bigger like this. First and foremost things in this SCADA screen, what is the particular screen, you have to create a label name, and you can start dragging dropping your basic shapes and all like this. For example, if you are using some buttons and all the in the industrial automation, without this uh, emergency stop button nothing will come. Okay, so there is a symbol of not start button will be there. By clicking this button we have to create a certain function, like you have to completely cut disconnect the electrical, like this we have to program it. First and foremost things, we have to create an ambience over there. For example, I am creating a machine lab. I need to put some indication for that particular experiments, whether it's working or not. For example, this is start light, red light. Okay, some I am taking an green light. Okay, like this. So if I put this one for stop and start, okay, so I have to put some label also. Like this I can put some switches also to switch on switch off the devices. Okay, or I can put some selector switches to switch on the switch off also is possible. Okay, so above that you can make some 3D button also like this. You can create and buttons also like this, and you can give meaning for that particular button like start. Okay, and you can give the button with an stop also, or it's up to you to give with the different buttons like this. You can use these buttons like this red button, excuse me, green button. Instead of putting this kind of button, there are different types of buttons even available. You can just you can use these symbols, and you have to arrange it properly with the different dimensions, and how this been like this. You can type the name also, and you can use these properties uh, to make the font size properly. Okay, like this the label of the function. If you press this start button, it should give start and indication. Like this, you can make this LED indication also above the start button, stop button for the operator indication. Like this, you can create an program. Okay, so alignment, size, and all. You can use this tool. Different tools are there. Suppose the symbol should be in same in size. Okay, You can just click it and use these tools. Okay, like this you can. There are different symbols are there, alignments are there. You can rotate the screens and symbols, and you can in the equal formats also. So there are plenty of tools are there, tool symbols are there like that. You can, for example, students need some meters in the laboratory, so you can place the meters, and you can give some physical gauges also. You can give some like this symbols. Okay, if you want to use vertical graph, bar graphs, and all like this. Uh, if you want to do some 2D like this, 45 gauges are available. You can just create like this also. You can just bring this kind of an 2D kind of an animation. These are all the basic symbols. These are all the advanced symbols. Those things also available in the toolboxes. So suppose if you want to use this some kind of an symbols, for example, it's available in the right hand side. This particular tool will help you to understand these kind of an symbols. Okay, like for example, if you want to, okay, so like this, there are plenty of symbols are there. Okay, and for example, if you want to search for a motor, for example, this, you can get within the typing the text, you can get this motor. For example, this is an electrical machine lab. You can see this plenty of motor symbols are available, like servo motor, single motor, gear motor, like this. Actually, what actually they're available in the required location, you can just drag and drop. Okay, so you can take plenty of symbols are available, like this. Motors are available, symbols are available. Okay, with the animated symbols also is available. Okay, like PID controllers, like in PLC, you may use some set values. Okay, some set point values, some PID controllers. Like you have to connect this all the variables to your PLC variable tags. So like this, you can give PID value also. You can what is the input, what is the output, what is that your input, what is the set point value, what is the output value is getting. All the things is possible with respect to your symbol and toolbox libraries. So there are like this. This environmental is more flexible. Okay. So one thing is you have to align properly library functions. Once you are able to create an user-friendly graphical user interfaces with respect to the actually with respect to the experimental setup or your, how the plant machineries is been take place in the real-time environmental. So you have to create an, this kind of user interfaces. Okay. So once this user interface is ready, now then you can able to start working on your platforms. Okay, like this you have to drag and drop and create an user interfaces with some animation images are available. Symbol library, there are plenty of animated symbols are also available. Okay, so it's up to you to use these symbol libraries and creating one, or you can download from the images from the internet also, and you can create this kind of stuff. Okay, so all the symbols, sensors and actuators, okay, like this, all these symbols are available readily with respect to this kind of an scanner tool. Okay, so only thing is you have to appropriately drag and drop these particular symbols from the library functions, and you have to create a useful application for the particular experiments. Okay, so there are Many types of tools are available, symbols are available. Just I'm limiting myself in order to unnecessarily confuse you. So just take this few symbols from like input output symbols and arrange it properly. Once you arrange it properly, and if you are seeing this kind of symbols and library, this is not an end. So once you arrange it, just save the project properly, arrange it properly, then run it. Okay, once you run, the project gets done, and you can see how the screen is been as you seen in the demo. Okay, so how the screen is being look like in your runtime environment. Okay, so this is how the screens will look like when you are running the program, particular program. If you want to start, but it won't work on the now in development mode only, not in runtime. We are not connected PLC, we are not connected any controller. It doesn't show any variable values with simulation. No animation is going on. So it's up to you to decide based on this start button, what should be done, what should be process need to be connected. How this once the start button done, the logic should work in my PLC run like Delta. Connected some PLC like Delta or Allen building. Once he started the process is one done, the on a normally open button will become closed, and the process will start in your PLC, and PLC will fetch the data from your sensor actuator, and the data will be connected to my SCADA. So automatically it will be plotted and informations are shown in the numerical format. So those things I will touch upon in the afternoon session. How we can do programming part with respect to PLC. Okay. So once you connect the PLC, how things will happen in your real time that we'll see. I will connect. I will try to configure if my laboratory is available. Otherwise, I will do some simulation work for you in the afternoon session. Okay. So like this, you can develop a simple screen within one. Okay. So with a limited tools and symbol library, you can do wonders of real-time experimental setup. You can create for the particular experiments or real-time process. Okay. So once the logical screen work is completed, next one is we have to create usable alarm screens like this. You have to create and not only one screen. So there'll be in any process, there'll be multiple screens will be there. Like this for alarm screen, you have to screen you have to create like this alarm screen. So you have to drag and drop the toolboxes. You have to just drag and drop the uh, chart and talk. You can the alarm window. Just drag and drop this alarm window. So once if you have configured this configuration of alarm window is in another, it will take some 20 minutes to 30 minutes basic learning. So these are the basic screen you have to create for any particular project, like for base, for example, trend you have to create. That is nothing but your graph sheets. Okay, graph. Okay, um, you want to do analyze. So you can create three different screens, like basic user interface of that particular machine or experimental graphical user interface. Set value is beyond limit. Then your trending toolbox is available. In the toolbox, you can just go into separately trend and charts are available. You can just take this XY trend. Different trends are available with respect to one. So you can you can also draw the plotter also available. If you want the plotter also, plotter is available. It will plot the information of your X and Y data. Okay, so trend analyzation is all available like this, or you can use this data analyzing tools. Okay, so past data, present data comparison with respect to minute, hour, seconds, you can do so many things. Okay, so like this, there plenty of tools are available. But what I would like to share with you is you have to create at least minimum three screen is mandatory, and the fourth screen you can take it on one. One is called a data logger screen. Okay, data logger screen. For example, you want to store the data in your particular one, and you want to retrieve the data and store to one. So there is an feature is called in advanced shapes and all. You can advanced shapes and all. You can see data logger recipe window is available. Just you can see what is going on in your plant project. Also, you can see. Then you can connect IP camera also like this. You can create multiple data logger screen. All the data can be seen in your one. Okay. Now, another one is ActiveX. I told you in your presentation is nothing but, for example, if you want to bring this Windows Media Player screen, how will you do? Okay, so just click this ActiveX window. Okay, once the ActiveX window, if you want to open the Adobe PDF Reader or Microsoft Word, Microsoft Outlook, Office, or if you want to open the video players, Microsoft video players in your SCADA program itself, you don't want to open separately. Yes, that is also possible. Okay, so like this, there are plenty of options are there in ActiveX control. ActiveX control is nothing but a third-party software can be brought into this SCADA front end. Okay, so here whatever this, for example, I want to open the Adobe one means it will object ActiveX controller. For example, Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, and I can. Okay, so like this, there are plenty of formats are there. Okay, like this, you can make this data logger as well as ActiveX controller in particular scheme. Okay. So active data logger is not normally what are the data from the PLC. If you want to store it and retrieve it, you can see the alarm scheme. What are the failures it's been running over there? You can able to see. Then trending that for basic experimental setup graphical user interface, it's a mandatory screen you have to develop, and alarm screen, trending screen, other screen, few mandatory screen. So you have to create when you are developing in even a small projects for an even experimental level also. For experimental level, if you are creating these four basic screens and connecting these four screens, skipping from one screen to another screen through front end, that is mandatory for any basic SCADA developer. So I request this audience to mute your. Okay. So like this, there are plenty of screen options are there. Okay. So mandatorily, you have to create this four screens are there, which will help you for the better SCADA screen work. Okay. So at this point, I request all our participants, if you have any specific questions in the developing this particular SCADA development screen, just tell me. I'm ready to have your questions. If you have any specific questions. In creating this screen basics level, any questions, specific questions? Which I like to share with you. Just click this screen and I will get this all the screen which I have developed in the development environmental. So we have developed these four screens, so which is available in runtime. Normally it will show you demo mode since it's in trial version. So once you created this kind of an environmental, you have to start run this program, and you have to see the first the graphical work has been completed. Once the graphical work has been completed, the GUI has been completed, then we have to give the proper connection and logical things to be done with respect to your data variables which you want to create with respect to SCADA and the PLC. Once this configuration is completed, then you have to connect the PLC and you have to run the PLC and simultaneously run the SCADA program, which will help you to configure the SCADA PLC in a different running environmental. Whatever changes is happening in your PLC or you are posing that particular value from SCADA, it will reflected in your PLC screens, SCADA screens. Okay. Singular sensor.
Yes, sir.
Sir, is it okay for, or do you need anything need to be thought in such a for scan?
So like some simple applications you can show.
Yeah, sir, that I will plan for afternoon, sir, because first let them see the environment. Environment தெரியாம நான் program பண்ணி கேட்டேன், நான் பண்ண program ஈஸியா சொல்லிடுவேன்.
Okay, right. So initially, great. What are the options available அப்படிங்கறத சொல்லிடுறீங்க initially.
Then basic environment. Environment create பண்ண பிறகு then next step is the 4 basic screens வந்து create பண்ண தெரியும்.
Okay.
The first and foremost thing is they have to create an user interface for the particular experimental setup or application.
Okay, sir.
Then every project or any application there will be an alarm will be there. Alarm is nothing but caution of failures.
Okay.
அதாவது ஒன்று சென்சாரோ டேட்டா தப்பா இருக்குன்னா அது எதில் காட்டுறது தனியாக நமக்கு வந்து மெயின் ஸ்க்ரீன்லையும் காட்டணும், செப்பரேட்டாக அலாம் டேட்டா பேஸ்லையும் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணணும். அது அப்போதான் நமக்கு வந்து என்ன டேட்டா எப்போ நடந்துச்சுன்னு தெரியும். ஸோ அதுதான் அந்த அலாம் ஸ்க்ரீனுங்கிறது செகண்ட் ஸ்க்ரீன். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன்று வந்து ட்ரெண்டிங் நான் சொல்லக்கூடியது. நான் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா, நம்ம டேபிளேஷன் வரைஞ்சிட்டேன்னா கிராஃப் போடும்போது same thing. Whatever you are showing in the table cannot interpret by the human mind. So there will be always, if you want to see the ups and downs, you need a trending. So SCADA is having that trend graph is available.
Okay.
Next one is data logger. I want to store the data in our databases. So அது வந்து சர்வரோட நம்ம எல்லா டேட்டாவும் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணாதான், ஏன்னா பிளான்ட்ல நிறைய டேட்டாஸ் வரும். டேட்டாஸ் எல்லாமே நம்ம ஸ்டோர் பண்ணுவோம். லேப்ல நமக்கு ஒரு 5-6 பேராமீட்டர் தான் வரும், அதை நம்ம ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வைக்கணும். அப்போதான் லாஸ்ட் டேட்ல என்ன நடந்ததுன்னு கூட நம்ம எடுத்து பார்க்கணும். So these are the 4 fundamental screens you need to be created for an SCADA application.
Okay.
So afternoon I will just whatever I have created, I will open that one new basic application. I will show how I have created this application with an experimental setup available in Kongu Engineering College. Okay. How I am configured this other tools like real-time PLC connected PLC databases before. Then they can able to, I will simulate some data and how it reflected in my SCADA screen we will see. And I will try to bring one PLC. Lab is not available today. So okay. I will bring the PLC and I will try to, if available PLC is available, then I will create a real-time connection also.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, sir. Can we close and we will bring by 2:30, or you need certain inputs maximum of 1 o'clock?
For how much time? If you have 2:30 minutes, so 2:30, 1.5 hours is sufficient, sir. Or if you want 2 hours, you can start.
I think it will take around 4:15.
Okay, right. Okay, sir. We will come back at 2:30, sir.
Yeah. Now, if you require, I will continue for certain extent up to 1 o'clock, 1:15.
Yeah, just another 10 minutes is there. Nothing else.
Okay. Alright, it will be in the speed. That's what connection எல்லாம் போய்டும்.
Okay.
Just I want to explain them. We have shown some different verticals நம்ம பார்த்தோம்.
Okay.
So இதை வந்து நம்ம என்வரன்மெண்டல் என்னன்னு புரிஞ்சுக்கிறது அந்த ஆர்கிடெக்சர் டயக்ராம். ஆர்கிடெக்சர்லேருந்து நம்ம ரியல் டைம் பார்த்துருக்கோம். இப்போ SCADA சாஃப்ட்வேர் எப்படி இருக்குன்ட்டு 4 செக்மெண்ட்டாக பிரிச்சிருக்கிறோம். 14 டூல் இருக்குது. 14 டூலுக்கு மினிமம் 3 months ட்ரைனிங் வேணும் ஆக்சுவலாக. ஓகே 14 டூலையும் தரவாக கற்றுக்கிறோன்னா மினிமம் 3 months ட்ரைனிங் இருந்தால் தான் பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ பேசிக்ஸ் வந்து நமக்கு வந்து ஃபார் பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட் எக்ஸ்டென்ட் வந்து நமக்கு அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒரு ஸ்க்ரீன் ஒர்க் பண்ண தெரியணும். அதை வந்து ரியல் டைமோட நம்ம கனெக்ட் பண்ண தெரிஞ்சுன்னா That is sufficient for any teacher to handle the laboratory.
Okay.
One screen work which can able to collect the information from PLC and present it to the SCADA screen and record the data.
Okay.
So we don't require any interpretation of PLC discrete இருக்கிறது நமக்கு வந்து இங்கே real time பார்க்கும்போது then the students also learn how the changes is because the PLC program it's very difficult to in understanding in the changing data in the ladder branch. So you require an proper information.
Okay, sir.
5 minutes only there. We will wind up and we will get back by 2:30 and if possible extent will go up to 4:50.
Okay, sir. Okay, right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Participants, the afternoon session start exactly at 2:30. So please log in by 2:25 p.m. Thank you.